Hey guys, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video, and tonight we're going to be doing Fun Deck Friday with Azorius Flyers. So I've had a huge uptick in subs in the last couple of days, and I think that might have something to do with a certain event that might be going on, and everyone's kind of stuck at home and watching videos on YouTube, so welcome to all of you new subscribers. Every Friday, I tend to try to do a fun deck that isn't necessarily super competitive in the standard meta, but is definitely a deck to play around the kitchen table. So that's kind of the idea for my Fun Deck Fridays for those of you who are new. Old subscribers are going to remember this one. So tonight we're going to be doing Azorius Flyers. So let's kind of get into the deck. A lot of this is basically the same as it was whenever it was in Throne of Eldraine meta. There are a couple of new additions to the deck, so we want to kind of go over those as well. So let's kind of start off with some of the standards. God's Willing is just an amazing card. It is a get-out-of-jail-free card for some of your more important flyers in the deck. It basically permits you to at least save one creature for a moment. Healer's Hawk, of course, fantastic one-drop. Easily one of the better one-drops in the game, and of course it is a flyer as well. Spectral Sailor, same as well. This is also kind of a card draw engine for you as well, as you start getting into the mid-game that allows you to go and find cards and get cards. And why is my cat attacking me right now? Hi, kitty, how are you? What do you want? We'll leave her up there. That's Fat Cat, by the way. That's P-H-A-T, by the way. 2 Rally of Wings. That's going to be distracting that she's up. I have no idea what she's doing. She just wants attention. That's going to be 2 Rally of Wings. Allow you to, this is another get-out-of-jail-free card. Allows you to untap all of your creatures and give +2/+2 to all your flyers. Fantastic card. Hypnotic Sprite. Another one that I've been toying around with in this one, because it's basically a counterspell sitting in your deck with its adventure with Mesmeric Glare. Counter target spell with converted mana cost of 3 or less. Hi, kitty. What do you want? Holy cow, somebody is in need of attention at the moment. And then, of course, it leaves behind a 2/1 flyer for 2. This is one of the additions from Theros. This is Threnody Singer, 1/3 flyer with flash. Always important to have those flash ones in because it allows you to kind of block things that people weren't expecting, and whenever you kind of tally that up together with Rally of Wings, it becomes a really big blocker for basically 4 mana. Not bad. And when it enters the battlefield, target creature gains -X/-0 until end of turn, where X is your devotion to blue. So, fantastic. And then we still have a smattering of some of the stuff that used to be in the original deck, just mostly because they're kind of utility kind of creatures. Hanged Executioner definitely being one of them. Enters the battlefield and create a 1/1 Flying Spirit, so that's 2 for 1. I like that to start off with. And then you can spend 4 mana to sacrifice Hanged Executioner to exile a target creature. Brazen Borrower, it's a blue flyer. I know the card can be annoying, and I love its petty theft ability, so you kind of have to go with it. It is one of the better flyers, but the other upside to that, of course, is it's a 3/1 flyer, and when you have the Empyrean Eagle or 2 down, it becomes a really big threat. Warden of Exile, kind of just running one of these. They got it done to this. Originally, I think the deck had 3. It's kind of still left over, but it allows you to cast your flying creatures with 1 less casting cost. Winged Words, there's some more card draw mechanic for you. 3 mana, and it costs 1 less for each flying creature you have, and you get to draw 2 cards. Empyrean Eagle, there is your Lord. Flying and all other flying creatures you control get +1/+1. We're also going to go with the Archon of Absolution, 3/2 for 4, protection from white, but creatures can't attack you or planeswalkers you control, not that we have any, unless their controller plays 1. If you have multiples of these now, granted I've only got 1 in the deck, but if you run multiples of these, this gets really annoying really fast. Dungeon Geists is another prison kind of thing, very similar to Hang Executioner, in that it allows you to lock down a creature or get rid of a creature in this instance. It also does leave behind, for the record, a 3/3 flyer in, for no uncertain terms. Elite Guardmage, mostly because this deck does take a little bit to get going, and putting a 2/3 flyer into play that also gives you life and draws a card, not a bad idea. And yes, I know this card is really, really tempting. We're not using much in the way of drawing cards. Sure, you've got things like, what am I thinking? You've got things like Winged Words to draw cards. You have the Elite Guardmage to draw cards, so you could, in theory, take a little bit of advantage of its ability, but this is also a card draw engine for you, and it's a flyer. That's really the reason why I did it, and it is really good at 3/5. But it is 6 mana to cast, so it's going to take a little bit to get out. And, of course, the Priest de Resistance on this deck, Sephara the Skyblades, 7/7 flying, lifelink, and all other creatures you control with flying are indestructible. If she gets out, you've pretty much won the game. It's really kind of brutal. Mana base is relatively simple. 7 plains, 8 islands, 4 Hallowed Fountains, and 4 Temples of Enlightenment. So, let's go ahead and play the game and get an idea of what this deck looks like. Now, I'm not going to play this in standard ranked, even though I think it might do okay. I'm not looking to kind of get my butt kicked on testing and playing this one. So we're just going to go ahead and with the Theros Beyond and go straight into standard play. So if you like the video, if you like the deck, let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe while you're there. A lot of you are doing that, and I do greatly appreciate that. I do have a lifetime goal of hitting 1,000 subs. Once I hit there, I will have achieved everything I was hoping to achieve, and everything else is just a ton of fun. So we tend to have a ton of fun on this channel, a lot of fun decks, and this is one of them. So if you like it, let me know in the comments down below. Do appreciate it. High people? High people? High people? So, this is a garbage hand. A lot of cool spells, but no blue mana to cast much of anything. So we are going to go ahead and mulligan this. Not a good start. That's not so bad. And we can probably pass on one of those Brazen Borrowers. Which way do we go? Which way do we go? Ooh, this might be enchantments. So, let's go with the old life gain first, one of my favorites. And it does give the illusion that you're running a life gain deck and people are anticipating other things other than what you're bringing. Season of Growth. Yeah, this is definitely green-white enchantments, so we need to be careful with this one because this can get out of hand quickly. The upside is that's where Brazen Borrower is going to come into play because they're going to dump a ton of enchantments on their champion that you can then bounce to their hand and get rid of all those cards. It'll be fantastic. Bronze-eyed Lion. I just got done playing it. You can go back into some of my earlier videos for my Selesnya enchantments deck. A very similar deck. Liked this card. Sentinel Eyes. Oh, darn. Isn't it going to be a shame whenever we have to bounce that back? So we're going to go ahead and drop 1 Spectral Sailor. And we're going to play dumb. And go do some damage. Now let's hope that he dumps more onto that lion. Ah, there we go. That's what he's really shooting for. He must have just drawn that, because otherwise he'd have put the Sentinel Eyes on that. Yep. And he's going to swing in. And we're going to bounce that right back to his hand. And let's drop. What I really need... Yeah, what I really need is I need my Empyrean Eagle to really start doing some more damage here. I might be able to get away with... maybe. One more mana should be able to do it. There's the lion again. Let's see if he swings in. If not, we're going to draw a card. What we really need is a little bit more oomph here, because he's starting to get a little out of hand. But what we can do is we can cast the Singer to drop down his power down to nothing and then just do enough damage to kill it. Which I think is going to be my plan going in. Let's see if he swings. Yep. So how much is the devotion? 1, 2, 3, 4. We can probably get away with that. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, this deck's just got so much going on for it. Look at this. Yeah, once you get those champions in play, those become a real pain in the neck. Aw, why did they give me a lot of that? Okie dokie. No, I do not need any more mana. Those could be useful. but not enough. I see bad things in our future here. Yeah, because as big as that thing is, does this thing have trample? No, because he didn't get the trample one. Yeah, let's go ahead and do some damage. We're not going to kill anything on that side of it, unfortunately. And all the cards we need, like God's Willing, would be huge right now. Season of Growth, yet another one. So that's the downside. Unless this thing's got trample, I mean, it's a really big creature that I can block out with a 1/1. Sure. Yeah, this is getting ridiculous. We're going to need to bounce that sucker or we are going to die. All the glitters as well. Let's just add that on top of it. Again, like that thing is just a monster now. So much going on for it. Another Brazen Borrower would be super helpful. Dungeon Geists would be super helpful. What are we doing, my friend? Yep. So where do we want to go from here? Let's drop that. And we'll block one there. And we'll just leave that go. Yeah, without the trample, that thing is not nearly as scary. But still, pretty scary, not gonna lie. Not what we need. Not what we need at all. Ugh. All the things we need. All of the things we need we're not getting. I have bad feelings about this, on how this is going to turn out. Yeah, giving away 4 at this juncture doesn't help it. We need to be able to either bounce it or exile that creature. In the meantime, we just need to keep throwing things in front of it until we don't die. Sentinel Eyes again. Just keep piling them on that thing. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Gigantic creature. Super scary. Now it's got Vigilance, which makes it even more scary. Sure. Add on top of all that. Doesn't it give him lifelink as well? Nope. Yeah, that is a gigantic beast of a creature. Can I please one thing? I just need one thing. Look at all of the spells he's going to burn off by doing this. I'm instantly regretting bouncing back the lion. Because he'd lose 5 enchantments just off of doing that. 5 spells he would lose. Sure. Oh, he's going to give her protections where I can't even block it. Lovely. Very nice. We're just going to stay a good game on this one. He's definitely got the upper hand. That's a shame. That's a good idea, though, to go through and just sacrifice one of those guys, give it protection from blue, and just slam into you with like 30 damage. It's a good deck. I've played it. Can't argue with it. It's really cool. That's a shame. We had so many answers in our deck for that, and none of them showed up. Not one. For those of you who don't know, if you are new to Magic, if he has protection from blue, that means I can't even assign it as a blocker, which means that 30 damage was going right through. MH2. Wonder whatever happened to MH1. Well, that's a little better. A little better. We're going to go with the Temple of Enlightenment. We do want to see another land. That's super tempting. That's super tempting. I'm probably going to regret that later. Now, we get another land that's not a tap land. We might be okay. Oh, lovely. Did he only come in with 1 land drop? Okay, I was going to say, I thought I was crazy there. Oh, still need that extra 1 land. Yeah, so we can sit there and bounce off each other for a little bit. One more mana, though. Look at this. Look at this. All of a sudden, we became super scary. Especially with Hypnotic Executioner coming down, dropping down another flying creature. Yeah, we're sitting pretty here with one more mana. Sure? Of course, it's a tap land. Sure. Eventually, we're going to want to get the Trawler out. We'll just go in and take a swing. Come on. No. He might have something on board that I'm not looking forward to. There we go. Let's start getting a little bit scary, shall we? That's what we're waiting for. That's what we're waiting for. An answer to that. Perfect. And this is what should have happened in the last game. We're a little scary at the moment. In fact, we're at 9 right here. We could be getting close here. He burned all of his kill spells. Okay. Not necessarily understanding that. It still does... I guess it does lose its ability, does it? No, it doesn't. Enchanted creature loses all of its abilities. Okay, we can fix that. We can fix that. Interesting choice. That's an interesting choice. Alright, so we know what we're going to do here. We're just going to go in and swing. And we're going to hold. I genuinely debated doing the Hanged Executioner, but we'll see what he does. Because obviously he's built around the champion. Like, the champion is where this whole deck is built around and getting up to a gigantic level. As we saw in the previous game. If he doesn't swing, sure. If he doesn't swing, I might bounce back my Empyrean Eagle to get up and over top of his other creature. Dead weight. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. This is a really clever deck put together. I've not seen one done like this. And then we shall cast. Ho ho! Oh, there we go. We want to go 1 blue here. 1 white here. 1 blue here, because we want to keep Rally the Wings up. And then we're going to swing here, here, and here. And what you gonna do, my friend? Because you can only block so much of this. This is gonna be close. This is gonna be real close. Because the lifelink doesn't kick until end of turn. So he's going to still get 1, 2... Yeah, he's still going to take enough damage. Banishing Light probably on the Empyrean Eagle. Probably not a bad call. Yep. That's a good counter. That is a really good counter. I am going to Hanged Executioner his Archon's Grace, though. Right for the Hanged Executioner? Oh, he made the wrong choice. Made the wrong choice. No, he can have that. I'm not losing the creature over it. So we are going to Hanged Executioner and exile that. Kind of put us all on the same boat. I say we swing in with the Empyrean Eagle. They lose lifelink. And it drops his number of flyers down. Dream Trawler could win this for us. Easy. Ah, there's the champion. Waiting for that. I was curious as to why he was going through with all of these enchantments and not casting that down. I'm surprised how much we're seeing this deck. Granted, a different variant on it, but still. But the enchantment doesn't stick around. I guess he does still get the... Yeah, he does still get the bonus. Sure. Yeah, no, you don't want to do that. That is your only blocker, my friend. Alright, we're down to one spirit here. Hallowed Fountain. Discard a card and gain hexproof until end of turn. Perfect. Because I can draw a card, discard a card. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, he's just... Again, we're going to go back into the same strategy where the champion gets super gigantic. Going to cast all of these enchantments. It's just such a weird... super frustrating, actually. That I know I have answers for... Ooh, now that's an interesting addition to the deck. Well put together decks. Look at it. Well, this is what you get whenever you play on Fun Deck Friday. You get all kinds of weird, crazy things. They literally went through, like, how many enchantments can we toss into the deck? All these enchantment creatures that came from Theros. Discard a card. Hexproof, and doesn't happen. And you don't get the trigger for it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is everything you can think of. And he's gaining the life gain. Both of these really well put together decks. Both of these really well put together decks that we've played against. There's the draw. Let's see what he does. Okay. So let's go and kill, shall we? I think we're going to lose this one too. Yep. I think we're just going to call this one good game. Like, my goodness, all the good stuff we have we couldn't possibly put through. This is crazy. Crazy. And again, for those of you who are familiar with the channel, like, I swear I play all my practice games and I do really, really well, and then I start hitting record and then it just goes straight downhill. Always on Fun Deck Fridays. But we have a tradition with Fun Deck Friday. We do not leave on a loss, so we're going to go ahead and give this one more try. One more try, and that is going to do it. Two really long games, too. I thought we really had a good start there, and then it just went straight downhill. Straight downhill. Sagwabman. Swabman? Squabman. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Ooh, Boros. This could be interesting. Or it could be Fires. You never know. Rally to Wings. We'll keep that. Methinks it's Boros. Okay. This isn't a feather deck, is it? I haven't seen a feather deck in forever. We shall see how this goes. Fires. That's what this is. This is a Fires deck. Called it earlier. Alright. Gain some of that life back, draw a card. There we go. Come on. Come on, swing on in. Sure, I got another. Come on, Fires, what do you got? Cavalier Gales, that's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. Yeah, this is how they're gonna win this one with all their flying creatures. Okay, so we've got what? 5 mana floating down out there. How do we want to do this? Let's get the Hanged Executioner down so we can at least get one of those crazy things off the board. And then we're gonna hold. Which one scares me even more? Probably Cavalier of Gales, maybe? Yeah, most likely. Deafening Clarion? Cool. We're still here. And now I've got enough to kill all your creatures. Aha! Bet you didn't see that one coming. He's rethinking life decisions. That's what I thought, my friend. So we're going to go ahead and drop that. Protection from white. Not going to do us a whole ton of good. It does protect us from Deafening Clarion, though. Waiting for the right moment to borrow were one of those. Because that's their win condition. For a Fires deck, these two cards are their win conditions. If I can get those off the board, Hanged Executioner is probably going to be helpful to take one down, and I can borrow the other one. But then I need to be able to get damage through. Interesting. Let's go ahead and kill the Cavalier. Oh, he's just going to put it back on top. That stinks. That stinks. I forgot that that one did that. Alright. Every card they ever need. Every card they ever need. Not what we needed. It might help with the Trawler later. Yeah, no, we're going to call this one. Call it a good game. So, unfortunately, we are going to have to end Fun Deck Friday on a loss. That is not what I like, but at least it gives us an opportunity to give an idea what worked. Again, we ended up with two of the same basic concepts, which is the champions and then a Fires deck, and Fires decks are pretty good, especially whenever I'm trying to play like a fun kitchen table deck. But oh well, that runs us to 30 minutes. I think that's going to be sufficient enough. So, and it's a Fun Deck Friday, so I genuinely don't care whether or not I win or lose. That's the whole point of Fun Deck Friday. So, if you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know how you would build an Azorius Flyers deck. Tell me what I did wrong. So clearly there's some pieces in there that didn't quite work. Let me know in the comments down below what you think I should add or take away from the deck. I was going to say subtract, but for some reason I kept tripping on the word. Yeah, so let me know what you would add and subtract to the deck, what we can do to kind of fix it up, and see if we can kind of revisit this one later. So, in the meantime, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, are always there, and until next time, we shall see you in the arena. This video was brought to you in no small part by our patrons. If you would like to help out the channel, go to www.patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga, and thank you for your support.